Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Unfortunately, Mega Man has been missing in action for, I want to say, about 7 years now. He's been getting like collections and stuff like that. There's been so many different versions of Mega Man. I'm guessing Capcom doesn't know what to do with him. But they had an investors Q&A, and one of the investors asked him, do they have any plans for Mega Man? So let's go over to NintendoEverything.com for more information, and then we'll discuss. So over here on NintendoEverything.com, it says Mega Man has been missing in action for many years now, but Capcom apparently hasn't forgotten about the franchise. The company was recently asked about plans for the series during its investor Q&A. In response, the following was shared, and I quote, "The Mega Man series is one of our most important IPs, and we are continuously considering ways to develop it further. However, we do not have any additional information we can share at this time." Capcom was also asked about expectations regarding revenue contributions of merchandise sales from Mega Man series. The company said it sees a particularly high volume of inquiries about the franchise from overseas markets and will continue to focus on expanding this business further. The last major Mega Man game was Mega Man in 2018, which came to Nintendo Switch. Capcom has also dropped a few collections, including one of Mega Man Battle Network in 2023. That sold like 1 million copies within, I think, the first week. I bought it twice because I love Mega Man, and I think it was the first time they ever re-released the Battle Network series. I was bummed that was missing, what was it, Shining Force? If we're talking new content, though, it's certainly been a while since the IP was given a brand new major title. So with that said, Mega Man has a ton of different games in the franchise. The original Mega Man series, Mega Man X series, Mega Man Legends series, Mega Man Command X Mission, which is like an RPG. That was actually really fun, but it was the thing where if you took a step, like there was no enemies on screen and all of a sudden you'd battle, so it made exploring like a slog. Then we have the awesome Battle Network series. I got an anime that ended way too soon. We got Star Force, not Shining Force, I missaid that earlier. We got Zero series and the ZX series. That's a lot of Mega Man. In fact, I can understand why Capcom can't decide on where to take the franchise next and keep everybody happy. Every fan has a favorite series. Mine is the X series. To this day, with over 30 years of gaming under my belt, Mega Man X is still my favorite game of all time. The way it took the original and dialed everything to 11 with its new Mega Man design, Maverick designs, Robot Masters, gameplay, storytelling, level designs, abilities, power armor, and music, even the locations of all these hidden armor upgrades and items was perfectly placed. Start to finish, the game is absolutely flawless. Except for that launch octopus spot that always gets me. You probably know what I'm talking about if you've played the game enough. Very few games have achieved such perfection. Only one other Mega Man game comes close to the original X game, and that, to me, is Mega Man X4 on the PlayStation 1. So with that said, I feel the release of the Switch 2 finally being out, and it being 7 years since Mega Man 11, I think it's time to reboot the franchise from scratch and bring Mega Man to the modern era. Here is what I'd love to see happen. Now, a lot of people hate Mega Man X7, but hear me out. Mega Man X7 was a step in a direction I was super excited about. They took a half step bringing the X series into the 3D space. Air dashing and wall jumping in 3D felt so damn good. Unfortunately, the game itself was slow, sluggish, and it felt like everything was done in slow motion. Plus, some of the dialogue was absolutely terrible. Burn, burn, burn to the ground, everybody burn. I'm sure you know the hyena stage. Oi. And the frame rate in that level would just tank. It was like slow to a crawl. If you know, you know. Anyways, I think they should reboot the X series as a third-person action/shooter game that takes elements from Vanquish and the Sonic Frontiers. I know, what an odd combo, right? But hear me out. Vanquish felt like a third-person X game anyway, and Sonic Frontiers had a really cool open zone level design that I feel would fit perfectly with an X series reboot. Each zone could be themed for its zone's bosses / mavericks. Each zone would have that X series art style and would look friggin' awesome in a 3D space. Personally, after playing and beating every Mega Man game, I'm kind of done with the 2D Mega Man, despite X being my favorite game of all time. I mean, I've played literally every Mega Man game. I'll be excited if they make a new 2D Mega Man game, but I would much prefer something in the 3D space. Just imagine what Capcom could do with its RE engine if they'd made a 3D Mega Man X game. That would be awesome. So what's next? Capcom claims Mega Man is one of their most important IP, and yet they haven't made a new game in, 7 years? Like we discussed earlier? My guess is that they will make the last couple of collections they can, and then maybe we will get a new game. All that's left is a collection of, I want to say, the Legends series, which we desperately need because those have never been re-released. Unless you count the digital copies on the PlayStation 3. That's how long ago it was. A collection of Star Force series. I'm shocked those weren't included with the Battle Network series. And maybe a random collection of the last few games that were not included in other collections, like Mega Man X Command Mission, the ZX series. Was the ZX series in the Zero collection? I don't think it was. Mega Man Soccer. Yes, I am a fan of Mega Man Soccer. I played the crap out of that. The game was hard, man, but it was super fun. Mega Man Kart Racing. Yes, they made a Mega Man Kart Racer way back on the PlayStation 1. In fact, it's probably one of the rarest games I own. I really hope they add those loose end games to one of these collections. And there's also Mega Man Powered Up, which I forgot to write down when I was writing out this video. And wasn't there another Mega Man game I'm forgetting? Like the Power Battles have been re-released in the old collections back on the GameCube and the original Xbox and PS2 collections. And I think you can play them in that, that arcade collection, where it has a bunch of different random Capcom games that you buy all individually. I think it's on there too. You can buy them that way. But as far as like an actual collection is concerned, it'd be cool if they just like added them as DLC to one of the already current collections. That way you could get it that way. You don't have to buy a whole new collection. But we desperately need a Mega Man Legends collection and hopefully a follow-up of the third game, like an actual third game. That would be freaking cool. And then there's this theory going around that I'm aware of that Pragmata is like a secret Mega Man reboot. But until that game comes out, we won't know for sure. That would be really like a unique way to reintroduce Mega Man. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what your favorite Mega Man game is and what version of Mega Man you would like to see most make a return. Battle Network, Star Force, I keep wanting to say Shining Force for some reason, the X series, Valnut, which is the Mega Man Legends version, the original Mega Man, like a 3D original Mega Man game, like kind of plays like Mario 64 would be freaking cool. Anyway, on your way out, hit that subscribe button, leave a like down below, and as always, stay frosty. Thanks for watching.